大公民机构和项目的安全保障方面采取了哪些务实措施？谢谢。
First of all, allow me to reiterate our condemnation and condolences for this tragic incidents and re-emphasize that Pakistan will absolutely not tolerate such attacks on our guests and on our Pakistan-China relationship. Pakistan has suffered immensely from terrorism in the past as a country. We as a family have seen firsthand the disastrous impact of terrorism. And I would like to assure the people of China who visit Pakistan to take these assaults incredibly seriously. Our Prime Minister has had a meeting with all the members of government to ensure that we provide security not only to our Chinese friends working in association with CEPA, but any and all Chinese guests living in Pakistan. Pakistan attaches paramount importance to the safety and security of Chinese nationals, institutions, and interests in Pakistan. Any attack on Chinese interests is an attack on Pakistan. Pakistan has taken unprecedented measures for their security. As I mentioned in my opening statement, that we strongly condemn the Karachi University terrorist attacks, and by targeting teachers and innocent citizens, the terrorists have shown their frustration and twisted mindset. We would hunt down perpetrators and bring them to justice. I would like to state here categorically that we would foil conspiracies of all forces who are working against shared interests of our two countries. We would never ever allow the detractors of Pakistan-China friendship to succeed in their evil designs. Thank you.
谢谢张先生，下面请凤凰提问。
谢谢大家，我是来自凤凰卫视的记者，回答相关的问题，向提问栏入围。那我们知道，目前美国正是在推销它所谓的这种印太的战略，但是其实外界也评论说，可能此举是为了围堵中国。您对此有评论？那另外一方面呢，可能美国总统拜登在亚洲出行期间，他可能会正式启动他这种印太经济的框架。那对于这种框架，外界也是反应不一，您对此有何评价？谢谢。
这是两个非常重要的问题我愿意分别再说回答。关于第一个问题，美国的印太战略重点方案，国际上特别是亚太各国越来越多的警惕和应付，因为这个所谓战略的马脚已经露出来了，不仅是想我去亚太的名称，我去亚太地区形成有效的区域合作架构，还想我去几十年来地区各国共同努力创造和平发展成果是可谓司马昭之心不可久听。亚太人民对霸权主导的冲突对抗记忆犹新，现在追求的是国家的稳定和生活幸福。亚太国家普遍不愿意选择战略，主流的声音是希望各国和平相处、合作共赢。亚太地区的时代潮流和历史大势是推进区域一体化，构建亚太民共同体。面对动荡变幻的世界，本地区保持了总体和平稳定。亚洲这辆发展列车率先冲出疫情的阴霾。2021年 GDP 增速高达6.3%，这一局面来之不易，靠的是亚太国家团结一心，靠的是亚太人民辛勤耕耘。而美国炮制出来的所谓亚太战略、印太战略，打着自由开放的旗号，却热衷于拉帮结伙、小圈子，声称要改变中国的周边环境，目的就是要围堵，让亚太国家充当美国霸权的老千岁。 尤其危险的是，美方私自武装、挑动对大台湾海、南海海，企图把其他地区搞乱之后，再把我们这个亚太地区也搞乱。我想事实将证明，所谓印太战略本质上就是一个制造分裂的战略，就是一个煽动对抗的战略，就是一个破坏和平的战略。这个战略不管做什么包装，换成马甲，最终必然是失败的战略。本地区人民要正告美方，早已过时的冷战局绝不能再发展成为世界上正在发生的动乱战乱，绝不容在本地区发生。关于第二个问题，就是印太经济框架的问题。中国同地区国家一样，我们都乐见有利于加强区域合作的倡议，但是我们反对制造分裂对抗的图谋。美国的印太经济框架到底属于哪一类？我们首先要画一个大大的问号，要看到它背后隐藏的图谋。中方认为，评价的标准应当是3个应该和3个不应该。首先，应该推进自由贸易，而不应该变相讨好。亚洲是全球化和自由贸易接受度高、